profile audit, headline scoring, banner generation, AI post, images, infographic, all of this running inside Claude for free. If you are using Taplio for $39 per month, Kleo for $20 per month, and Shield for $8 per month, that is at least $800 per year spent on LinkedIn tools. I replace all of them with 8 Claude skills that are running within my Claude Cowork, all for free. And today I'm giving you every single one of them. Here's how it's going to run. I'm going to run the first case that is going to interview me, ask me some bunch of questions to know about me. And then after that, I'm going to run another case that is going to audit my LinkedIn account and call my account and tell me what to fix and where to fix it. And then at the end of this video, I'm going to share with you how we are going to make this go full automation. Quick context on what we are replacing. We are replacing actually Taplio, post writing and scheduling image analytics tool. All right, it's at least $39 per month for, I think, for a starter plan. You have Kleo.so, you have Shield, that is a post analytic dashboard, that is close to $804 per year. These are solid tools. I don't rate them. They are very great tools. They have been used by a lot of people. If you already have a Claude subscription, you don't need them. You can run each of these platform features within your Claude Cowork and all at the cost of your monthly subscription of Claude. Before we start, let me quickly explain what is a Claude skills, because most of you might not know what is a skills and what is maybe Claude. But if you don't know what is Claude, please just type on Google or ask on ChatGPT or ask Gemini or what is Claude. A skill is a reusable instruction file that teaches Claude how to do a specific task. Packaged as a .skills file, zip with the skill.md plus assets. Then you can drag it inside Claude Cowork and it's installed directly. It's no code, no npm, no terminal, install once and use forever. So this is actually a small structure of how the skills look like. All right. So you have the name of the skills, you have the description of the skill, and then you have a bunch of steps that Claude skilled runner, let me say skills interpreter, I don't know how they call it, is going to go through the steps and then run the skills and operate the task that asks Claude to do. Each skills read from a shared workspace folder. For example, on our own case here, we are going to have a workspace folder that is going to be called LinkedIn Growth Kit, and then inside is going to have a different directory. For example, for the LinkedIn profile.md, the configuration file, the Apple, the OG, the banners. We are going to see quickly how it's going to be done, right? So the LinkedIn profile MD is just your identity, your voice, and then your config file is where your API keys are stored. So we are going to call for external platform, for example, for generation, image generation. We're going to call for OpenRouter that is going to give us access to the latest model of Nano Banana to generate image according to the template that you are going to submit. Here's what is important. Not every skill needs everything. I organize them into tiers. For example, a skill that needs zero setup. All right. So for example, the interviewer skills, the headline optimizer, the post writer, the comment drafter, it does not need any setup. Banner generator create a PNG using a Python pillow library. Claude handle it automatically, so you don't need to care about how the banner is going to be generated. Now, a third tier skills are the skills that need external platform. So image generator need OpenRouter, right? So it needs access to Nano Banana, is at least to $0.02 per image generated. And then you have Profile Audit. Profile Audit call for an external platform, Apify. Apify is a platform where you can run actors. So you need to connect Apify to your Claude Cowork workspace. And then we are going to see how it is done. Some of the skills on the zip file does not need any configuration. These are actually all the skill steps that you are going to find. So for example, you are going to have the profile audit, right? So it's a skill that is score any LinkedIn profile out of 50. And then you have the interviewer skills, all right? So it's a brand interview, is actually to map your identity. Then you have the headline optimizer to optimize your headline, your LinkedIn headline. Then you have the banner generator. For example, you don't know how to generate a banner, so it's going to have, you have this banner generator. Then you have post writer that is actually there to write posts for you. Then you have comment drafter. Then you have image generator that call for OpenRouter to Nano Banana. And then you have infographic repurposes. If you don't know about the infographic repurposes, if you want direct access to it, you can just watch my previous video that I posted in this channel. But let's start with the first key, the interviewer. The interviewer, your brand identity file. So what is it actually? So it's a 10-section deep brand interview: personality, identity, profile, story, ICP, voice, tone, content pillars, proof points. So it's actually going to ask you some questions to map all of this. All right. So it's actually what it does. It actually replace Taplio onboarding quiz. So set Claude interview for real. So this is actually an example of the result. For example, you have the name, then you have the what I do, the content pillar. All right. So you don't need any setup. Let me just show you how it runs quickly. So to actually call for the LinkedIn setup skills for actually to interview, the first thing that you have to do is you need to go and download the zip file inside the link below. So there's a link below there. You are going to be directed on my Gumroad and you're going to click to download the zip file. So after downloading the zip file, when you have this zip file, so you are going to unzip it. So after unzip the zip file, you are going to have access to what is inside. And then let's open to see what's inside the zip file. So these are actually the 8 skills that you are going to find inside the zip file. So Claude LinkedIn Kit. So you are going to have the README. So you can go to the README to actually see what you have to do. Okay, the quick start, the recommended install order, and then you have this config file. So let's see how you can add a case to Claude Cowork. So yeah, we are on Claude. So this is actually my Claude interface. All right. So this Claude Cowork, and then we can just come here to customize, and then after customize, you come to skills. So in the skills here, you're going to see the various skills that you already have here. If you are only CMT or just you are going to have some default skills that are already there. So to add the skills, just come to click here on this create skills, then upload and miss it. And then what you're going to do is that you call for your download file, the interviewer. So you hold it and then you carry it to drop inside the space there, and then it's going to upload. I already have it installed within my Claude Cowork. It's asking me if I want to update and replace, so I can say I want to update and replace. So that's the things that's the same very things that you're going to do for all the other skills that you are going to see inside this video. Let me just show you quickly what is the skills look like inside. So the skill is called LinkedIn setup. All right, so this is actually a code name. So you can actually see the description. So it's a LinkedIn Code Kit setup. Deep interviews the user across personal, professional, and social dimension to build their LinkedIn profile.md personalization file. All right, so this is actually how it's going to be. Then the first thing that you're going to do is that it's going to create your workspace directory. So let me just show you how my workspace directory look like, how we created it. I've actually directed it to create it in my desktop. All right, and then this is the workspace directory, LinkedIn Code Kit. Let me just open it. You can actually see the same structure here. So I have my LinkedIn.md file that was created because I already run the interview. I'm going to show you how it ran, and then have my config file there, that where I'm going to add my API keys, and I have my template, and then I have my output. So inside my output, I have where my post, when I'm going to use the post writer, is going to store my post inside there. When the image is going to be generated, it's going to store the image here. And then when I'm going to have an analytics, it's going to be stored there. And then when I have an audit, is going to be stored here. So it's actually going to create this structure for you when you are going to run the interviewer. So you need to have it. So you need to run the interviewer first so that you have this organized structure inside your desktop, inside your computer, right? Remember, Claude Cowork run locally, okay? So you need to have your file organized inside your computer. So let me just show you quickly how I run it. To start using the interviewer skills, the first thing that you have to do is to make sure that you're going to direct where the workspace is going to be created, in which of your directory on your computer is going to be created. For example, I want the LinkedIn Growth Kit to be created inside the desktop. That's why I choose desktop. And then I'm going to call for the command for running my interview to ask me question is LinkedIn setup. So after running this question, it's going to ask me a lot of question. I already ran it for the sake of this video, and then I'm going to show you which question that it asked me, and then how it created my LinkedIn profile.md file. So this is how, when I call the skills to run LinkedIn setup, so it says that I can see you have the desktop connected. No LinkedIn Growth Kit exists yet. Let me see it fresh. Actually created the LinkedIn Growth Kit, right? And then he created all the various folder inside, all right? And then added my config file inside. It started asking me questions that is about who I am. Then I started answering. So these are the questions that I went through. Then at the end of this process, what it actually did is actually created my LinkedIn profile MD file. So you can actually see it. So after completing the process of the interview, you're going to have this very precious file that is actually who you are, the information about you, personal information, your story, everything that you're going to give him, that's going to be used in the future when it's going to be drafting posts, when it's going to be creating comment, and whatever is going to be happening on LinkedIn that needs a personal input from yourself. The next thing that you are going to run is a profile audit. Score any profile out of 50. So what's going to happen is that we are going to you have to paste any LinkedIn profile URL. It can be yours, can be any one LinkedIn profile URL. You don't need any special tools. It's actually, it can roll by itself. Second thing that you are going to run now is a profile audit. Score any profile out of 50. Paste any LinkedIn URL. Score 5 sections out of 10 each. Picture, banner, headline, about, content, full downloadable HTML report, specific fixed recommendation per section, auto version, never override previous audit. You can run the first audit, run the second one, and run the third one. All right, but you need an Apify MCV connector. What is going to happen is that it's going to scrape your LinkedIn profile of the URL that you provided, and then you need an actor. You need Apify. Apify is that platform that where you can rent scrapers, for example, LinkedIn scraper to scrape posts, to scrape profile. Let me just show you quickly how you are going to connect your Apify to your Claude Cowork. I already connected mine. I'm just going to give you a little bit insight how to do it. So first thing, you have to go to Apify and then create the account there. Apify is going to give you $5 free usage that you can use to run this case. All right, don't need to pay anything for now. Okay, then after login, all right, you are going to have access to the console page. So from the console page now, you are going to have access to your API. From the API now, you're going to add that API to Claude Cowork. Let me just show you within my console how to copy the API key. So creating an account is very trivial. You can create an account. So after creating the account there, just use one of your email, then go to console. So I already logged in, so it's going to log in within my workspace directly. I'll open one of my accounts that I'm using freely for this demo. You can actually see I have a free monthly usage of $5 that they are going to renew every month. Let me just show you quickly how to have access to your API key. You just need to have access to your API key. To have access to your API key, come here to setting, and again, with this $5 you can generate up to 100 audit, and you can charge like 10 to $20 per audit, and then make a lot of profit out of it. Then you have to click on API integration. On API integration, you can create a new token. All right, you can create a new token, or there's going to be a default token that's going to be there. It's default token created on the sign up. So I'm going to copy this one, or you can create a new token. What's going to happen to create a new token? You just give a description. After you can set an expiration date. You don't need it. Then after that, it's going to be created. So let me just copy this one, Claude Cowork try, and keep it in my memory there. And then let's go back on Claude Cowork. On Claude Cowork, you have to come here to customize. And then from customize, you have to click here on connectors. Now, on connectors here, you can already see that I have my Apify here. Let me just search. Okay, I have my Apify desktop here because this is a desktop. So I have my Apify, there's a connector here. You can actually see my Apify token is already there. I already added it there. So that's where I'm going to paste it. All right. So how to add Apify MCP server? So you just click here, browse connector, and then you search for Apify. You have Apify that is going to be appearing here. All right. So this Apify, so you can just click here, and then you are going to have access to this page where you need to click to install. So after clicking on install, you are going to come here to configure. So you open configure, and then from configure, it's going to give you access to the page where you can now add the tokens that you copy on the console page. Having access to this page, just need to paste that keys that you copy on the console page there. I like to always allow permission to Claude to always have access to all these tools that Apify is having, like search author, fetch author. So come here and say always allow, or for my own case, I'll make it always allow. You can leave it to need approval. So I made it always allow, and then the same thing on the second row here. After you have done this, then you can go back now at the scales. If you have not yet added the scales, you have to go back to the download file that you downloaded from inside my Gumdrop. The link is under this video. And then downloading the scales, downloading the zip file, you unzip it, and then you drag the LinkedIn audit scales inside the scales page here. So come here to the plus icon, create scale, upload the scale, and then you open the directory where you actually have the file, the folder for the scale. So this is actually the scales profile audit. All right, so you drag and drop there, and then it's going to be added. So I already added it. You can actually see it on my own case here. So profile audit. So if I open it, you are going to see that it's having that structure, the skills, the end file, the asset. So you have the asset. The asset is the audit template. It's actually an HTML file that after this audit of your account is going to fill it, and then we are going to see the results. So let's just run it. Let me just show you the description, the quick description of the scale. So what it does is actually generate a score engine profile audit HTML report. All right, out of 50. Then this is actually the kind of description. Don't need really to understand what's going on there. Let's just go and run the scale. I would like to continue on the previous conversation, that I have on my LinkedIn, on my interview that was run inside Claude Cowork. So this is actually where I actually started. So set up LinkedIn profile. All right. So I want to call for LinkedIn profile audit. You make the slash. You can just type audit, and then you are going to have the LinkedIn audit. And then you need to provide the LinkedIn URL. You make sure that you are at the profile page of any user on LinkedIn, and then you come here to the URL, and then you copy the URL. Make sure that you have this clean URL, for example, and then you go back to Claude Cowork, and then you paste this URL. All right. So after pasting, you just press enter, and then you wait. So what Claude is going to do is going to go and read first the scales, call for the scales, read it, and then follow the instruction, and then render the audit inside the HTML format. You can actually see how it's actually running the command. All right. So it's actually look for the template. After looking for the template, it's actually going to start doing his thing. Actually, it's going to import the image, my profile image, my banner, and it's going to analyze all of it, and then analyze also the content on my LinkedIn page, and then render the audit. It's saying that reading the audit pick profile, so it's actually reading the audit profile, the read audit banner preview. So you can say, okay, now I see both image clearly, profile picture, face is forward facing, face fill approximately 70 to 75% of the frame, and you can actually see my solid branded purple background. All right, so it's actually reading the image. So let's go back to my LinkedIn. You can actually see that it's actually how my LinkedIn is looking like. So you can actually say, this is my LinkedIn. This is my LinkedIn. You can actually see my face is actually taking all the space of the profile, of the LinkedIn picture profile. It's actually occupying all the space, and then you have my background, the purple background color. It's going to continue processing my LinkedIn profile, right? So it's the process that take like 5 minutes top to finish, and then you are going to have a full audit account. You are going to have an audit of the LinkedIn profile that you can share with someone. And then I've run a LinkedIn campaign, sharing this result with some few people. They were so happy that some of them thanked me. Some of them even asked me to help them to fix their profile, but I didn't have much time to do it. But you have access to this audit, then you can do it for your business. And then if you have success with it, please come back and thank me. And by the way, like, subscribe, and comment within this channel. I want to grow. I want to keep sharing a lot of great stuff that I'm doing here. My result is out. Let's open and see. This is actually the result of my audit. So you can actually see that I have 9 over 10 on my profile picture, but I have 4 on my banner, I have 5 on my headline, I have 7 over 10 on my about section, and I have 4 over 10 on my content, right? So one thing that the skills that we have here is going to help us to fix. It's going to help us to fix my banner, is going to help us to fix my headline. So we are going to see how to raise my score from 29 to an unknown number. But let's try it with the next key. So the next keys that we are going to use is actually to improve our headline. And then the next keys that we're going to use is actually to improve our banner. And then we are going to run the audit of my account and see if we have a better result. So keep this score in mind and let's just see how we can increase this score number. And again, you can actually see if you go back to your directory, the workspace directory, if you open the file here, it's going to open where the result were actually stored. So you can actually see it's inside the audit. So if I go back to my desktop here, and then I open the LinkedIn growth kit, and then I go to the output, then I go to the audit. So it's actually there. All right. So the next version is going to be seated beside this one. Let's go and run the next key, that is the headline optimizer. So follow the same process to add the headline optimizer. Go to the zip file, drag and drop, go to the zip file. So this is a zip file. You have the access to the headline optimizer. So just drag and drop inside the upload skills panel. After it, you are going to have access to it. So let me just run it. Let me just call it there. Let me just close my sidebar panel and then call for profile headline optimizer. Let me close this for now. We don't need to see it now. I have headline optimizer. So what I'm going to ask him is that optimize my headline from the previous audit. So the reason why I can just say that is because I'm working inside a working space directory. All right. I have a folder that is actually the workspace where this section is actually operating. So it's going to go inside and fetch the audit. And then after fetching the audit, it's going to have access to my current headline, go to my own LinkedIn profile, so have information about me, what I do, and then it's going to combine all of those information and suggest to me some headline that he feels that are actually better than the one that I currently have in my LinkedIn. And let's just see the result. What happened during the running of these keys? It went and read the file and it actually saw my current headline, share about AI. I turn idea into product. If I go to my LinkedIn now, you can actually see currently this actually what is actually on my LinkedIn page. Let's go back to Cowork and let's see the process. So after that, he read actually the LinkedIn profile. So he read my LinkedIn profile to actually see what is about me. And then at the end of this, actually suggested some headline. Okay, let's see the results. So he actually said, this is the first one. I built AI automation system. He suggested like 5 of them, and according to various case, safe upgrade, I built AI automation system, custom build for founders and marketer. Watch me build live. All right. So he actually gave a score. I say a score 4 over 10. Like, okay. So let's see something that is builder, like score 7 over 10. Okay, have something here. Okay, proof first. Highest score 5K from YouTube leads. Build AI automation for UK and US founder. Watch me live. Okay, so it actually says that. So it's using the information that is found inside my LinkedIn profile. So according to the interview, how I run my interviews, or the information that is provided, is going to help. It's going to use that information to write my headline. All right. So let's pick one of these. Okay, I have this one that is. So let's see at the end. So which one resonates? I can combine elements. So I'll pick just one of them for the sake of this video. All right. Maybe I can keep it directly inside my link. Though I really like what's already there, because I want something that is very simple. But this one is actually considering the fact that I actually run business. I have an agency that is delivering services to marketers, building custom AI and automation workflow. So you actually think that is the best thing to do is to write it inside my headline. For example, automate your outreach, systemize your content, and build it with AI. A genius founder, for example, automate your outreach, systemize your. Okay, so it's actually suggesting something that is related to me. All right. So let me just pick this one. Okay, pick this one. Okay, I'll pick this one. I heard marketers. I can also pick this one. 5K. Watch me build live. Let me just copy this one. Then go to my LinkedIn. I'm going to put it on my LinkedIn because we are going to run an audit again. All right. Or let's just run the banner generation and then add it, both of them at the same time, and then run the audit again and see the result if you have an improvement at the end. So for banner generation, just go back to the zip file, take the banner generator and add it to the skills inside Claude Cowork. Let me just call for banner generator. I call for banner generator. What I do is that I say, okay, fix as suggest banner for my LinkedIn profile to improve my score. All right. So okay, that let's just run. Banner generator is having 8 templates inside this case. So we can, if you open this case, you are going to find 8 professional templates inside. And then what it's going to do is, guys, it's going to auto-face from LinkedIn profile MD, and then it's going to produce a 2x resolution of the banner. All right. So it's going to work according to, like, you have dead zone safe, left 30% clear, and then headshot composing. So if you give him headshot, it's going to add it inside the banner, and then it's going to render with pillow. So don't have to worry about this one. And then this is actually the raw processor is going to be going through. So we are going to see the result already inside Claude Cowork. Let's just go back to Claude Cowork, actually see how the process went through. Claude completed my banner generation. Okay, let me just show you the result and let's just see how the process went through. I have three results. I have this banner, the content. I don't really like this one. Let's see this one. I have this one. And then let's see this other one. Okay, we have this type. And then we have this one. I don't really like this one. All right. So I can actually ask Claude to edit it. That is, I don't really like the color. All right. So it can be greater than this one. So let's ask Claude. I don't really like it. Please apply good design for this banner. The gray line is not nice, and also the container are not well justified with the text inside. And then I have a good result of what Claude did previously. So these are actually things that AI is not that perfect, or AI can make mistake. Right? So you can actually see one of the mistakes that AI made, but it improved itself with more data. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to provide to him one of the good results that he did on one of the run that I did during my testing. For example, this one of the results that was generated. Let me just open this file. So this is one of the results that he generated himself. This skill generated this result. So you can actually see this was generated by this skill. So I'm going to share with him this result so that you can actually see how he generated something that was good. So this is actually the process of actually refining something that you are working on. AI is not going to give you always something that is perfect at the first run. All right. So this case can be improved. So you can take these keys and customize them, give them to Claude and say, I want you to customize these keys for me and give the direction to how to customize a skill. So let's just see how this second one is going to be improving our banner. And then we are going to use that banner and give back. And we are going to take that banner and put it inside my LinkedIn and just run again the LinkedIn audit and see the result. So you can actually see some of the result of the skills. You can mention that there are some improvement that need to be done of some of these results. So I've run this case like 3 times to actually see which one was the best one that I can use. So I actually find this one suitable for me. I actually like this one. I build AI system that replace manual work, AI automation, plus Claude, AI, Agenia.ai. So you can pick one of these banner and modify it with Claude. So you ask Claude that I want to change this aspect and this aspect. So this one, this is the one that I'm going to use. So I can just say show in the folder, and then it's going to open the directory where everything is actually stored. So opening the banner, you can actually see that we are having a lot of results here. And then let's just localize which result that we have here. So actually, it's actually I think it's this one. Yeah, there's a template C. So I'm going to take this one and then I'm going to put it in actually on my LinkedIn page. I'm going to pick this template and then add it to my LinkedIn page and then change the headline and then run the audit again. And let's just see the result of this new audit. Well, I'm going to pick one of these headlines as we said, or let's just pick the one that is actually pro first, because actually say that I actually already generated 5K for my YouTube channel. So that's why I actually picked actually this 5K. It's actually saying that it's a proof first. I should prove that I already generated something. All right. But I want something that resonates mostly with me. Let me just pick something like this one I have. Okay, let me just pick this one. Let's go to my LinkedIn and let's come to the headline and let's just paste the one Claude is suggesting. Save. So the next thing that we have to do now is to change the banner. To change the banner, you need to click here, edit cover image. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to delete this one first, and then I'm going to add a cover image, upload single photo, and then come to this one and pick this it, and then save the changes. All right, so it has been saved. So you can actually see I updated my headline, I updated my banner, and then what I'm going to do again is that I'm going to copy my URL and I'm going to run an audit again of my LinkedIn account. Actually see now what is a new score that we are going to have. So let's just come to Claude down there, and then let me just call for audit, scale, profile audit, and then paste my LinkedIn URL. And then run it again, and let's just see the new result that you are going to have. You can actually see the result of the second audit that I ran, and then my score is 34 on 50. Then I gained actually 5 points on my previous audit. So it says I need some work on my banner, and you can actually see why it's saying so, because I don't have no ICP name, no proof number. All right, and then my headline is 7/10. All right, so it says no outcome state, 5 heavy. All right, so I can still call and update and have a pretty good result. The next skill that we are going to see now is actually the post writer skill. Publishing posts on LinkedIn is one of the main activities that's going to make you to grow on LinkedIn. So on this next case, that is post writer, it's actually write in any author style. So the skills actually having Jasmine Alec, Justin Welch, Sahid Brom, Daiki, Butch, La Acosta writing style embedded inside the scales. All right, so you don't need another SaaS product that is having that embedded. So you already have it packed inside the scales. So you can also have by default your own voice. So let's just see the structure of this scales, how to add it on Cowork and how to run it, and let's write a sample post. And also the next two skills are going to be a game changer: generating infographic and generating image based on given template. Inside our download file, you're going to find it. You are going to find there post writer. Okay, so this is a post writer. Let's go to customize. To actually generate the post, what you just need to do is actually to call for the post writer command, put the slash, and then you're going to see post writer, and then you call it, and then you write what you want to, the post that you want to write, right? So what on my own case, I said write a LinkedIn post about the various components of Claude Cowork. Like we have tasks, you have session, what is the task, what is the session, what is the skills, what is the plugins, what is live artifacts, because you can actually see them, all of them here. What is live artifact, what is customized, what is project, what is scheduled task. And then some people on LinkedIn might not know, maybe when the first time they land on Claude, they need to understand the various components that they are going to see on the interface. So I want to write a LinkedIn post about it. Then Claude went online because I asked him to go and do a research online. So he went and fetched various platforms. And then at the end of it, actually wrote for me a LinkedIn post. So you can actually see I had all of the definition for each part. And that was not really enough for me. I asked Claude to add some example and context for the most important feature. So he went and asked important definition, important example on how to apply schedule tasks, skills, live artifacts, plugins, and then projects. At the end of writing a post, Claude asked me if I want to save it inside my post folder. So I say yes, save it. Then it actually went inside my post directory inside the LinkedIn Growth Kit. The same the audit file that we created at the beginning. And then you are going to open the output to go to the post there. You can actually see this is it. Voila. So I have my LinkedIn post and then have the date that was created, the format, the pillar, the suggested time that is suggesting for me to post it. And then this is actually the post. Then I can just copy this and then I go to my LinkedIn and paste it there. Then I also need an image for this post. But before doing the image generation, I want us to see another component of this package of skills. Part of this package of the skills, we also have the comment drafter. Okay, we have a skills that can help you to draft comment. It's an expert comment. It's actually helping you to draft comment to make it fast for you to actually draft comments. Since you already have information about you, what you do, what your skills, you can ask Claude to help you to write out a comment for you for a LinkedIn post that you want to comment. It can help you to do that. I went on LinkedIn to actually see what Ruben has said posted today. Then I actually copy the URL, and then just to copy the URL, what you have to do is just come here to send to have the very good URL of the post. So copy link to post. Then I went back to Claude, and then what I did is that I called for comment drafter command. Then I pasted the URL. It's actually trying to fetch the data directly from the web, and it could not do much things about it. Then what I did is actually to ask him to use Apify actor. I didn't specify which Apify actor to use because there are a lot of Apify actors. So you went to search for which Apify actor you can use, then found out you can use this Apify actor that can help him to scrape post. He scraped the post. After scraping the post, actually gave me some option that I can it gave me some comment option according to the type. This is the type of comment: add value, smart question, personal story. Then what you have to do just to copy them. If you like it, you don't like it, you can ask Claude to refine it according to what you actually want or the content that you want to add inside the comment. The next key part of this package is actually the image generator, because you can sometimes see LinkedIn posts with very good illustrative image. I decided to make a skills with a template that can be used to generate image according to the context, and the case is going to pick the template according to the post, according to the content, according to the type of post that you want to make. To actually add this case, you come to the skill panel. Then in the skill panel, you look for image gen. You add it to the skill panel, and then in the skill panel, you actually view. Let's just view the description about the skill. But what this skill do is actually that it generate branded LinkedIn post image using AI. It calls for Nano Banana tool via OpenRouter, and then with HTML graphic templates stored locally. Replace Canva and Taplio image tools. All right, so you don't need to pay for any external tool, image tool generator. What it does is that it actually have a lot of graphic template here. Okay, so these are various templates that is going to call for to generate image. So according to the content, according to the context, you can decide to pick this one to actually generate the image according to the post that you want to make. All right, so this is actually a game changer. So you can add more templates, and then the more template you have there is going to give you more possibility of image generation. Though you don't need to specify one of these templates, but it's just there to actually give reference, because this template are mostly used on LinkedIn. To run the skills, I actually call for image gen. All right, so it called for image gen. Then I added my prompt. I said image gen for posts you previously created. So according to the post that you previously created, I want to generate an image that is going to go alongside with that post. Please select an illustrative template, go on and do well. So she actually did it. What it did is actually went to the thought process, read about everything that you need to know about this case, actually run the command, pick the image template, image generated, now copy to the workspace and showing it. So let me just show you the image that was generated. So this is actually the image that was generated. Same, you go to the image folder, and then let me just open it. This is actually the image that was generated directly from Nano Banana. Okay, now let me just show you. There's an important step that you need to follow if you want to run this case. The important step is that you need to add your API keys of OpenRouter. Let me just show you how you can add your API keys to this case so that it can generate image directly from your Claude Cowork. To actually generate an image from inside Claude Cowork using Nano Banana, I'm using OpenRouter. So go to OpenRouter, create an account. After creating an account, just go to your dashboard. To actually have access to the dashboard on OpenRouter after you log in, you come here to Workspace, and then from Workspace you need to add some credit. All right, you need to recharge your tokens. All right, so I can recharge. You can buy credit for for $5. All right, so the least that you can do. The first time I use it, I actually add $10, and I've been using it for many months now. Actually, it's actually cheap to run. All right, so add like $5 or $10, and then you come to API keys. You come and create your API key here. Create API key. You give it a name. You can give some limit, and then you set up it, and then it's going to be giving you the tokens, the API key that you have to copy one time. After you copy that, you now go inside your directory folder where your project is stored, or where your Claude project is stored. After you have the API key, you need to come inside the LinkedIn Code kit folder, and then you are going to find this config file. So inside the config file, you need to open it with an editor that you have locally on your machine. I have my Visual Studio editor that I'm going to open now. With my Visual Studio editor, you are going to see OpenRouter API key. You don't need to bother about all these other up there. Just come here inside this space and add inside the code here and add the API key that you just generated from OpenRouter. You paste it and then you save it, and then after saving the document, then you can go and run your image generation. So what Claude is going to do is going to go and pick up the API key inside the config file and run it inside Claude Cowork. You don't need any external platform to do it. The next keys that we are going to see now is actually the infographic repurposing. So I already talked about this in my previous video. You can directly just watch my previous video to actually see what is infographic repurposing. All right. So it's actually the skills that help you to generate infographic quickly, and you just copy the infographic from one creator and you are going to generate it directly inside Claude chat. So actually this key doesn't work well in Claude Cowork, but it works well on Claude chat. Let me just do a quick demo inside Claude chat so that we can actually see how these keys work. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take our post that we generated on Claude Cowork and give it to Claude chat and say I want an infographic for this post. Generate me an infographic that is going to be posted on LinkedIn. Inside Claude chat, I'm going to call infographic repurpose, and then I'm going to go and pick my MD file, the post that was previously generated. I come here to output, then I come to post, and then I drag drop the post, and I say generate an infographic for this post. Pick a suitable template. I'm going to leave it to Opus 4.7 and launch it. This case has completed the generation of the infographic. You can actually see the result. Claude Cowork is not a chat window. It's actually explaining the scheduler tiles, the live artifacts, the project, the plugins, the scales. This is actually a nice infographic that you can actually see the result here. You can use this case to generate infographic. You don't need any external platform. You just need this case and Claude Cowork subscription. Don't pay for SaaS subscription that does infographic anymore. Use this case and you are not going to regret it. You have to be charged $840 per year on paid tools like Taplio, Kleo, and Shield. You are not able to keep $567 per month by using this case and running in your Claude Cowork subscription. I know most of you have Claude subscription, ChatGPT subscription, and still have SaaS platform subscription, whereas Claude can do most of what SaaS are able to do. And in the next coming video on this channel, I'm going to show you a lot of SaaS products that you are able to replace by only using your Claude subscription, and it's going to give you the same very result that those SaaS products, and even better than those SaaS products are able to do. Let me give you a full setup checklist. First, you have to download and install the skills. The link to download the 8 skills are under the video. Is completely free. Then you follow the steps from Claude Cowork. You go to settings, skills, you drag the skills inside the skill panel, and then you create your workspace folder. All right, create the workspace folder, LinkedIn Growth Kit, and then anywhere select it when starting a Cowork session. So when you are starting your Cowork session, you want to work on LinkedIn and you want to use one of these tools, please select this folder to make sure that everything is going to be stored inside. Then run the interview for the first time for the skills every time to know about you. And then add the config.json file. Okay, make sure that they have the API key for the image generator. Okay, create your API key on OpenRouter, and then 5 enable Apify connector. Okay, I've shown you during this video how to connect an Apify connector. You go to Apify, you create your account. After creating your account, you make sure that you get your API key. After getting your API key, you add it to the connector. That is the whole stack. 2 service, 1 API key, 1 MCP connector, and 6 to 8 skills work with 0 configuration. Now that you got profile optimization and content creation handled, but there is more. In part 2, I'm going to show you how to publish posts, auto comment, pull analytics, and fetch competitor profile all from Claude. That is the automation layer, and it runs on Unipower, which connects Claude directly to your LinkedIn account. Subscribe to my newsletter, and then I'm going to send you part 2 the day's jobs. Thank you very much for watching the video to this end. What I done, I build AI automation system for business owner. I take expensive SaaS subscription and then replace them with skills, with closed skills and custom automation. If you want me to build something like this for your business, the link to book a call is in the description of this video. And if this video saves you money, please subscribe to my channel, comment and share. I will drop more Claude build like this every week.